So today we're going to be talking about when should you change your workout. Now, back a few years ago, I was struggling to gain muscle. I was skinny fat and I wasn't very attractive. The people around me were more or less in the same situation. I would go out and train with friends who didn't really know what they were doing, and we would do the same exercises. I did this for years. I'd usually just do the same thing more or less. Sometimes I'd try out a new thing, and if I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. And I wasn't really into an actual gym routine. This led to maybe some strength gains, but no true muscle gain. And if I were to have gained a bit of strength, I think I can safely say that it probably wouldn't have been very much, because I was doing the same thing over and over again, which gets repetitive on your muscles, because your muscles will not be challenged if you're doing the same thing over and over again. If you, let's say, had to do a difficult task, let's say run a marathon, it's going to be torturous and it's going to be terrible. But let's say you run 10 marathons after that consistently. The marathons aren't going to be as hard as they were when you started, are they? That's common sense, because you get fitter, you get used to it, you get used to how you should run, so you should run in a certain burst and so and so. You'll be used to it and it won't be as difficult. Now, I don't think you want a marathon to be difficult, but I think you can kind of see what I'm talking about. The gym, your muscles have to be put under stress. The workout has to be difficult on your muscles. It has to be challenging. It has to challenge them. Think about your mind when you have to overcome something. Once you've overcome it, the next time you do it, it's not going to be as hard as it was when you had to overcome it. So once you've done the same workout repetitively for maybe a few months, it's not going to be as stressful on the muscles as it was for, let's say, the first 2 to 3 weeks. You might be a smart ass like I was and think, well, can't I just change my workout every single time? Now, two things. It's going to be very annoying for you to do that, because you're going to have to plan it out. If you don't plan out your workouts, well, there you go, that's something you should do. If you don't plan it out, then how do you expect to be successful in the gym? Think of yourself as an athlete. Athletes need to plan out their routines. They need to do training, and on a certain day they need to do certain things on that day. You need to do the same thing when you're in the gym. You need to do certain things, certain exercises, certain muscle groups. If you don't do that, then, well, that's probably your problem at the moment. But what I'm trying to say is, if you change your workout too much, then your muscles are going to be under too much stress. They're not going to really have time to grow. So don't change it every workout. You need to find that Goldilocks amount of time to do a certain workout before you change it. So when should you change it? Well, as I stated before, the 2 to 3 to 4 week window is probably the most optimal time to change. But this can go longer. You can get more benefits if you do it longer. You can get more benefits if you do it shorter. So around the 2 to 4 week, maybe even 5 week range is when you want to be looking at changing your workouts. So what are the signs that you need to change it? Well, if you're not noticing further muscle gains in the gym, so let's say you've been doing the same workout for 3 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, and you're starting to notice that muscle, maybe your biceps, let's say, are not growing as much as they did in the 3rd week. Well, that is a sign that either A, you are not dieting right, you're not consistent enough, or B, you need to change your workout. Another sign is to change it when you cannot lift as much as you could. So as you can see, I'm doing hammer curls here. and I can lift it pretty easily. It's not very hard. But a few weeks later, I'm not able to lift it anymore. I can barely even lift it. So what's the difference? Well, it can be as simple as your muscles are being fatigued by doing that exercise. So now maybe I need to do just an ordinary bicep curl, or a concentration, or a reverse concentration, or an easy curl bar. There are many variations that I can do of a bicep curl. So by me changing that, that'll be optimal. So when you're unable to lift that certain amount of weight that you could lift before, then that is a sign you to change your workout. And if you are not gaining as much muscle as you could before, then that is also another sign that you should change your workout plan or exercises in your workout. But as stated before, if you're not eating the right diet, if you're not consistent in the gym, these effects will take place anyway. So if you're doing the gym now and again, you're not really doing it consistently, you're not eating the right foods, maybe you're eating junk food one day, you're eating really clean the next, or maybe you're, for some bizarre reason, in a calorie deficit one day and then you're in a surplus the next. If you're not consistent in your life, then these effects will happen anyway. So you have to be careful of that. Just because you're not gaining as much muscle anymore doesn't mean you should immediately change your exercise. It will literally be very minimal muscle gain that you'll stop getting, so you have to be conscious of that. So don't be too volatile. Keep an eye on it. If you see consistently that you're not gaining muscle or you can't lift that weight, then you think, okay, it's time to switch it up. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. If you have anything you'd like me to go over, make sure to comment it down below. And if you have any problems that you'd like me to help you on a personal level with, comment something down below and I'll try and reach out to you. And have a good day.